That gives me an hour to do it. Use this armament to counter their threat. Acquiring it was straightforward enough. Getting it home is the challenging part. The park is the most secure pathway. Through the recreational area past the music pavilion. If someone finds it on me, I'll be killed. There'll be no judicial proceeding, no documentation of my detainment. They'll execute me in the base of my skull. My name will be removed from the registers, my existence denied, and then forgotten. I'll simply disappear. Okay, kids. Time to stop playing, but I don't care, because the crime I'm about to commit is the only way to communicate with you, the future. Oh, watch out, comrade. Sorry, officer, rushing to get a good spot. A spot over by the music pavilion. It's about to start. Oh yeah. All right then, children. It's 13 o'clock. You know what that means. Who wants to see a hanging? Don't push, everyone will get to see. Got to love their enthusiasm. Yes, got to. I'll walk over with you, comrade. So who are they hanging? Oh, a young couple. Shame, in a way, only 20. Oh, they asked to be hanged holding hands. But there are rules for thought. Criminals like them, yeah. Yeah, what? What do they do? Oh, no idea, but no doubt. They were thinking something awful against the party. And it's the thinking that matters. Of course. It's okay, just look at me. I wonder how long it will be until I'm still on the gallows what I'm about to commit. For my thought crime, because the armament in my pocket isn't a gun, or a knife or a bomb, it's a book. Your attention, comrades. Boys and girls who wants to see what we do. Support criminals in Oceania, a beautiful blank book. Ready for me to commit my thoughts, my crimes to you, to the future, when people are different from one another. And do not live alone, a time where truth exists. And what is done cannot be undone, from the age of uniformity, from the age of solitude and doublethink, from the age of Big Brother 3 to 1. From me, Winston Smith, greetings from 1984. George Orwell's 1984, an Audible original. Dramatized by Joe White. Directed by Destiny E. Carrigo, starring Andrew Garfield, Cynthia Erivo, Andrew Scott, and featuring Tom Hardy as Big Brother. Produced by Granny Eats Volf, with original music by Matthew Bellamy and Elin Eschery. Victory Mansions is inside. My rotting apartment building, shored up with timber. Surrounded by bomb sites like the rest of London. The chief city of Airstrip 1, the place I call home. Oh, Winston Parsons, oh, my socks are everywhere, oh, let me help Tom Parsons. He lives on my floor, how's the family? Yeah. Plus good old boy getting very excited for Hate Week. Gonna put on a tremendous show, flags. He's a man of paralyzing stupidity, I'll tell you. It'll be the most hateful hate week we've ever seen. I'm about to head back to the Ministry of Truth, Smith. Shall we walk together? Oh. I'll head back shortly, but see you later, Parsons. But it's nearly 14, Smith. Surely the records department don't allow half days. The extended lunch break, resting my bad leg. All right, yes. Well, the limb's not getting any better. Is it? Oh boy, I'm good, double plus on good. 7 flights up to our floor. And now he's trying to lift the electric currents. Cut off during daylight hours, with the economic drive for Hate Week. For Hate Week, yep. I know I must be going to commit a crime punishable by death. Oh, and I hope you like the new post of beeping Lynch, landing, yeah. Fantastic, double plus. London is covered in these posters. I imagine all of Oceania is. An enormous face plastered across the entire continent. On coins, stamps, book covers, banners, cigarette packets, the face of a man. Ruggedly handsome with a heavy black mustache. His eyes follow you when you move. And underneath the words, Big Brother is watching you. Big Brother is watching you. Always a news flash. Has this moment arrived from the Malabar front? Our forces in South India have won a glorious victory. I am authorized to say that. The action we are now reporting may well bring the war within measurable distance of its end. Here's the news flash. Oceania is at war with Eurasia. Oceania has always been war with Eurasia. We're receiving news that earlier this morning, over 5 Big Brother watches us through the telescreens. Every room has won every room in every building. Always on a constant stream of news, of wars and rations and enemies and heroes. You can never turn them off, only down a little, which draws attention. I've got to think very carefully about what I'm doing. Now they'll be watching carefully. Just get my victory Jean out of the cupboard like normal, but swiftly followed like round trips in tanks. Our EPORTING 6079, Smith Victory Mansions Apartment 44, just returned home on Orthodox time. Lower telescreen volume, unorthodox behavior, zoom in. And move to the window, calmly, keep my back to the telly screen. From my shoulders even a back can be revealing. Just stand here for a moment, collect myself. From here I can see the 4 ministries of government, which tower over the grime. The Ministry of Truth where I work. The Ministry of Plenty responsible for economic affairs. The Ministry of Peace which concerns itself with war. And the Ministry of Love, Law and Order, that's where thought criminals are taken. And the most dreadful things happen. Has it always been like this? Nothing remains of my childhood, except a series of images. Confused people fighting in the streets, a revolution, bombs, starvation, a woman holding a child, something terrifying in another room, the nightmare just out of view. I've stood here long enough, need to take my medicine. It's like being hit around the head with a rubber club, but it will help nerve myself. SO 1 to 3, good. Now before I turn around, make sure my features are set in the right expression. Let's go for quiet optimism, good, and make my way to the alcove in the corner. It was probably intended to hold bookshelves. Once upon a time, but I found that putting the table here and sitting on the far side at a certain angle means that I'm completely 6079 Smith, now out of view. Microphones in hands. They can still hear me, of course, but they can't see me, so time to finally do this. Such beautiful paper. What did that little old man call it? A keep. Keep something. Think Winston, remember. It's important to remember. The first time I saw it was a few weeks ago. In a little junk shop in a poor quarter of town. The street was bursting with pearls. It's considered unorthodox for party members to visit these areas. And I'd seen a patrol passing up ahead, stopped in a crowd, keeping my head low, pretending to listen to some street music. I took the kids to the pics last night. All these English socialists watching. A few weeks ago, Oceania was at war with East Asia, laughing and hollering and allies with the erasure. Now it's the other way around. It's a war film. The ship somewhere full of East Asians getting shot at. Helicopter shooting him in the boat trying to swim away. And I was laughing. Disgusting bloody Ingus. This mother holding a little boy. We watched him get blown up and all these ink socking. They're cheering, at least bastards lost. Keep your voice down. This one there. Sorry, excuse me. Excuse me, he's on force 607, sorry. Sorry, excuse me. Oi mate, you lost us, honey. Watch your patrol catch you down here, mate. You'll get chucked in a ministry of love. I would have gone straight home if I hadn't seen it. In the window of this half-empty junk shop, a beautiful book with cream-laid paper. I was instantly struck by an overwhelming desire to possess it. Oh, good evening, sir. Oh, comrade, the shoelaces, is it? I'm out of razor blades, I'm afraid. No, I was just passing, and I saw her in the window, the book, yes, the Keepsake album, Keepsake. That's the word, beautiful bit of paper, isn't it? There's not been paper made like this for, I dare say, 50 years. But it's even older than that, surely. A Kenya. I must say it's heartening to meet a fellow nostalgicist. I could sell it for $2, a no. You know, on second thoughts, no. I'll just take some shoelaces, please. Yow. Very well, comrade. But if you fancy coming back for the book, I'll put it aside a few weeks for a fellow nostalgicist. And the old man kept his word. He knew I'd be back. I was a bonfire waiting for a spark. And today the spark finally came, in many ways. The crime has already been committed by thinking, by communicating with you. But to mark this page is the decisive act, and I am already dead. So here goes. April 4th, 1984. An incident happened this morning at the Ministry of Truth, and it set off a chain reaction in me. Inspired me to finally communicate with you. To finally become a thought criminal. The Ministry of Truth is an enormous pyramid of glittering white concrete, soaring up 300 meters into the air. Inside it is said to contain over 3,000 rooms, all filled with people working on news, entertainment, education, and the arts. Comrade, the kaleidoscope needs fixing on the story generator. Yes, here you might maintain the novel writing machines. In fiction department, don't let the claws realize they've been the same 6 plots over and over on it. Or you might watch one of the thousands of telescreens in what they call audience data, which is actually just surveillance. REPORTING 828, 8 Butler Emery Villas, Cubicle 4 or 5 Unorthodox Behavior Reporting, 515 to Foley Ministry of Plenty, requesting rewrite squad for work on spanking stories. Or you might develop material for the prowls. Down in porno, sec rewrite squad needed for spanking stories. Climactic congratulations still to predictable, or like me. You might rectify history in the records department, where this morning I was sitting in my cubicle, muttering into my speakwrite, times 17380 for BB speech mail reported Africa rectify, times 19, 1283 inside the cubicle to my left is Tillotson. A small, precise-looking man who his spectacles always dart me. A hostile flash whenever I glance in his direction. Times 14 to 80 for many plenty malqualification follows. Communicate from Big Brother, to my right. Sandy head woman called Ling who toils day in, day out going through the newspapers, tracking down and deleting the names of people who've been vaporized, and therefore never existed in the first place. Blair Ea vaporized non-person Ea Blair never existed. Non-people they're called or unpeople. Ling is particularly suited to this task, as her own husband was vaporized a few years ago. Not that I'm supposed to remember him, remembering something that never existed. Is double thing logging contrib and discovery. Victory mansions, our cubicles are minuscule, uniform impersonal. A chair speak right and desk with 2 holes either side. The one to the right is the end of a pneumatic tube, which brings us instructions, corrections to be made in the archives of newspapers. These are written entirely in news speak, times 3, 1283 reporting, BB day order double plus ungood refs. One person's rewrite full wise up sab anti-file. The hold to the left, a large oblong slit protected by a wire grating. This is for the disposal of paper. There must be tens of thousands of these in the Ministry of Truth. They all lead down to some enormous furnace somewhere. You can feel the current of warm air. We call them memory holes. Comrade, what comrade link, yeah. Nearly 11:11, look at you working away, keenness see. Drag your chair over, comrade. Yes, of course, nearly 11 means time to drag our chairs into the center of the hall, opposite the big taller screen, ready for the 2 minutes hate. I really need this today, Smith. I tell you, I've got double plus belly feel. And before, a dreamy creature who rewrites poetry in news speak. I am gonna scream my lungs out of the bastard. Everyone changes during the hate. Take your seats, the 2 minutes hate is about to commence. And as if things weren't bad enough, the only space where I could fit my chair, but when I see Big Brother's face, it's like someone's in front of her, honestly. I feel warmth, take your seats, the 2 minutes hate is about to kill. The dark-haired girl, she works in the fiction department. I don't even know her name, but I hate her so much. That's why I wear the sash, you see, as a symbol of chastity. Or good sex in newspeak, or good sex in newspeak. This woman is all hockey field and cold baths, and clean-mindedness with her scarlet sash, tied around the waist of her overalls. The emblem of the Junior Anti-Sex League, our last good sex hike. was out in the hills of the Golden Country. And I tell you, only BB could create such beauty. Oh wow, look, this big guts, this swallower of slogans. She could even be the fault police. She could even hear my thoughts right now, comrade. Yes, comrade, no need to look so frightened. I just wondered if you might move your head a little. So I can see him, see. And then I saw who she meant. O'Brien, a member of the inner party. So important and remote, no one really has an idea what he does. I've seen him perhaps a dozen times in as many years. What's he doing down here? Oh, if you need a seat, comrade. Please have mine. Oh, thank you. Comrade Ampleforth my name. Not that you need to know that. I must find a seat actually, I do so love to hate. Ampleforth will be vaporized soon. I wish I thought of that. He could have had my chair. And with any luck so will the dark-haired girl. O'Brien was 2 seats away from me. I'd never been so close to him, large burly. Like a prize fighter but a charming manner, disarming civilized. Why have I always felt deeply drawn to this man? Because of some belief I have or hope that O'Brien's political orthodoxy is not perfect. I don't know what it is exactly, but something about his face suggests it irresistibly. Comrades, the following is a message just received from Emmanuel Goldstein, enemy of the people, primal traitor and earliest definer of the party. I am Emmanuel Goldstein, and this is a message to all the hopeless souls of Oceania who follow Big Brother here. This warning: the Brotherhood is coming for you. The Brotherhood is all around you. The Brotherhood is hiding in plain sight. We are your neighbor, your colleague. We are amassing our army, and like a virus, we will destroy you from the inside. This is your final chance to join us. This is your final chance to seek out our brothers and sisters, to read my book and follow my instructions, to denounce the dictatorship of the party, to demand the immediate conclusion of peace with Eurasia. I know this is impossible. I know this man could never really overthrow the party, but his attacks are so exaggerated and perverse. A child could see through them. Freedom of love. Freedom of love. Something about his face, his voice, the people around me whipping into a frenzy always makes my diaphragm constrict, and every time, without control, I find myself standing shouting with everyone else. A hideous ecstasy of fear and hatred flows through all of us like an electric current. We're connected by it even though Brian looks flushed. His chest swelling and quivering, the hate pours out of him into me. And I'm filled with I'm shouting Goldstein, I hate you, Goldstein. I hate everything, I hate everyone. I hate till it's in an Ampleforth and Ling that. Especially the dark-haired girl. I hate you, you bigot. You thought police, I hate you. I hate you, I hate love. I hate love, and most of all, I hate Big Brother, I hate Big. Comrade, this is Big Brother. I am here for you. I am always here to protect you, to watch over you, and I am always watching. Say our slogan proudly with me. What is peace? What is peace? Freedom is slavery. Freedom is slavery. Ignorance is strength. Ignorance is strength. And then came the part which makes my entrails grow cold, the subhuman chanting. Self-hypnosis, deliberate drowning of consciousness, fills me with horror. I chant with them, of course. But in that chanting there was a moment where the expression in my eyes betrayed me, where I showed a flicker of contempt for all of this. And it was exactly at this moment when the significant thing happened, the thing which made me buy the book, which made me commit this thought crime in the first place, and start speaking to you. I caught O'Brien's eye, just for a fraction of a second, but it was long enough to know, yes, I know now O'Brien was thinking the same thing as me. It was like I could hear his, I'm with you, Winston. I am on your side. And then like that, the thought was gone. I blinked, and O'Brien's face was as inscrutable as everybody else's. 2 minutes. Hate has ended. Resume your workstations. Well, I really let myself go. That was brilliant. Such a fleeting moment that at first I questioned whether it happened at all. But I know it did, and it keeps alive in me the belief, the hope, that it isn't just me, that there are other enemies of the party out there, that the brotherhood really does exist, and there are people like me who want to scream. Down with Big Brother, down with Big Brother. Down with Big Brother, I don't care anymore. Not now I've started sharing it with you. The thought police will come for me. They'll break down the door to this flat. They'll find this book and vaporize me, delete me, I'll be a non-person. But I don't care, I'm not alone anymore. I'm not alone, so let them come. Let them come, let them. This is it. The hell. Haha, this is it. It's over already. Up with your hands, traitor. Ho ho, darling. Don't harass comrades me, but he's a sort of criminal, you idiot. Isn't she just bursting with enthusiasm? They've been learning about thought criminals. In her junior spies group comedy, please. Please don't take it personally. No, no. No, I won't, Mrs. Parsons, he's hiding something in there. I know it, oh darling. Don't you think? You should go and teach your brother about thought. Criminals, what if he's got some intelligence on someone? Without even knowing it, don't tell me what to do. Oh, I wouldn't dream of it, stupid woman. I know a thought criminal, How can I help, comrade? Oh, yes, comrade. Do you think you could have a look at our kitchen sink? It's just this moment become blocks and... Oh yes, yeah, no problem, of course. Of course, if Tom was home, he'd put it right in a moment. He loves anything like that, right? Yeah, that's yeah. No sign of thought, please. I shouldn't leave the diary for too long, though. I didn't even close it. You know he's very good with his hands, yeah. Pardon, nothing, Tom. Tom, just in here. Huh, nice, flat, spacious. Thank you, comrade. Oh, excuse the toys, oh. Oh, I'm so sorry. Stood on someone's catapult. Mine, give it here, traitor. So note that. The chocolate ration will be reduced from 30 to 20 grams a week. I repeat, the chocolate ration will be reduced from 30 to 20 grams a week, only 20 grams now. Oh, but 20 grams better than nothing. I'm sure I speak for all of us when I say, we'll do whatever it takes for the war efforts. 607. 9 Smith entering Victory Mansion's apartment 38 with 9.033 passage switching to main telescreen. I'm gonna get you, no you're not. Die. Oh hey oh, she's an excellent shot. She's a little disappointed. We couldn't go to the park earlier. The hanging, sure yes, shame it was a good one. Did you hear that, you idiot? We missed a good one. I know it's a blooming great big shame, darling. But I promise I'll take you to the next one, okay? It's just that we have to help your father. Prepare for Hate Week, remember? Another 2 years and these little spies will be denouncing their parents to the Thorpe police. They're like tiger cubs play fighting or this. Some glorious game, but soon they'll be man-eaters, comrade. Oh, and Tom's toolbox on the side there, oh. Thank you, I've got my eye on you, traitor. Thought criminal. Such enthusiasm, hey. You should have seen what my little spy did at market. The other day she set an old woman on fire. I can tell it, yes, darling. Of course you can, silly stupid. Made stupid idiot, it was small butcher woman. She was clearly a thought criminal. So I snuck up behind her and set fire to her skirt. Burned her quite badly, isn't that the most double plus? Good thing you've heard all day, comrade. Oh, absolutely. Double plus, good work, little comrade. Though. What gave her away is a thought criminal. Not the comrade Smith is questioning your intuition. Darling, oh no. No. She was wrapping sausages in a poster of Big Brother. Oh, well, that is unforgivable. They took her to the Ministry of Love. And I know what will happen to her there. Someone in spies told me, oh. They keep there as to the ground at the spies. They'll keep in a room with no windows or clocks. Oh. Where am I tie her to a bed? Oh, eat up, butcher woman. Where should we fed sausages? As it taste. What is this meat? There'll be something wrong. Something about the flavor. You mean you can't feel Painkill is aware of? Soon. Only then will she realize half of her leg is missing. Unless sausage meat, oh God. Your attention, this is a news flash to the telly screen. Children. Yes, so imaginative. But also correct. I'll leave you to it, oh please. No thank you, yes. All she can do is smile. That's all anyone can do. Same deadlock in everyone's eyes. Everyone except him for that one moment. Back in the Ministry of Truth this morning. I'm with you, Winston O'Brien. I'm on your side, yes. We shall meet in the place where there is no darkness. I've had you say this before. I'm sure in a dream you must keep writing the book. You must keep thinking these thoughts. You are speaking to the future. To the past, the past. The past is important, Winston. Remember, who controls the past controls the future. Who controls the present controls the past, the past. Ah, the lunch queue, the Ministry of Truth. Ah, Smith, just the man I was looking for. Natasha Simon, captain of the ministry's chess team. I wanted to ask, have you got any shoelaces? No. I'm afraid no, not one. Oh well. Hey, did you come and see the prisoners being hanged? In the park yesterday. Yeah, I caught a bit of it. Yeah, really? Oh, can you tell me about it? I heard it was to pervert. I heard one wet themselves. Yes, brilliant. I love that. Did they tie their feet together? Yeah, I think so. Oh, it's a shame. I think it spoils it when they do that. I like to see them kicking. Oh yeah, me too. And at the end there, did the tongue stick out or blue? I love that, don't you? It's me, yeah, it's hilarious. Yeah, next. Thank God for that. She was practically dribbling. What's this? Sorry mates, Joe, right. And then those gray bits there, mate. Oh, delicious. Here's your bread and all I could have a nails in with it. There's a table over there. Snake under that tally screen. Let's pick up a Victory gin on the way. Anything to get through lunch. 6079. Smith in canteen with 5981 Sime. Microphones enhanced, but there's two perverts in the park. They're all around us, could be anyone. Goldstein can turn anyone at any moment. There are most likely criminals that among us in this canteen right now. That's terrifying thought. Oh, I meant to ask. How is the new Speak dictionary getting on? Double plus good. I'm on the adjectives. It is fascinating. We're getting the language into its final shape. The shape is going to have. When nobody speaks anything else, just set my expression to quietly interested. And swallow down this rule. I dare say you think that our chief job is inventing new words. But not a bit of it. We're destroying words, comrade. Scores of them, hundreds every day. We're cutting language down to the bone. Beautiful thing, the destruction of words. Of course, the great wastage is in verbs and adjectives. But there are hundreds of nouns that can be got rid of. As well, take good. For instance, if you have a word like good, what need is there for a word like that? One good will do just as well. Better, in fact, because it's the exact opposite. Or if you want a stronger version of good plus good. Or double plus good in the end, the whole notion of goodness. And badness will be covered by 6 words and in reality only 1 word. That's the whole aim of New Speak Smith, to narrow the range of thought. Narrower and narrower and narrower. In the end we shall make thought crime impossible. Because there will be no words in which to express it. Good. By the year 2050, not a single human being will understand. The conversation we're having now, the whole language, the whole climate of thought will be different. You see, orthodoxy means not thinking. Not needing to think. Orthodoxy means unconsciousness. Two things come into my head at this moment. Firstly, a conviction that sign will be vaporized soon. She's far too intelligent and indiscreet. And secondly, a sudden panic sets in. She might be right. That even if my book survives somehow, even if you can somehow hear these thoughts, that you, the future, might not even understand them. And all of this will be in vain, and I will die for nothing. I suddenly feel like things couldn't possibly get any worse. Hello, Parsons, I was wrong. Room for a little one, but bad job, Smith. Sorry about the moistness. My powers are sweating and quite extraordinary. I'm afraid. I've noticed he leaves a wet trail down the bench. Like a giant snail. But by the way, old boy, I need to chase you for that sub you forgot to give me. Oh, which sub is that? The Hate Week, the House by House Fund. I spilled them yesterday in the hall. Don't tell me you forgot already, Smith. I'm good memory, old boy. Double plus I'm good. Yes, 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 forget for me attention, comrades. Oh, glorious news, we have won the battle for production. Plus good double plus good, returns now completed. Of the output of all classes of consumption goods, show that the standard of living has risen by no less than 20%. Over the past year, talk to the means Jew. What was that, Smith? I said, great news. All of Oceania will show its gratitude to Big Brother for the new happy life, which his wise leadership has bestowed upon us. Oh, wonderful baby, thank you, thank you, thank you. We are eternally grateful, yes. Eternally to celebrate this victory, Big Brother is proud to announce that he is raising the chocolate ration to 20 grams a week. Did you hear that? 20 grams a week? Ah, it's fantastic. They only reduced it from 30 grams yesterday to. Big Brother, surely nobody's memory is this bad. Surely they can't really swallow this 20 grams. But you'll have to invent a new word for BB's generosity. I really will. They have swallowed it. Parsons Sime all of them in 24 hours, comrades. Raise your victory gins and a toast to Big Brother. Oh, it's a Big Brother, it's a Big Brother, is it just me? Am I alone in possessing a memory? Perhaps it's easier that way. Aren't you happy, comrade? Pardon, the dog-head girl stood right behind me. I didn't see her about the news. You're not smiling. Oh, I know I was. I was just so amazed by Big Brother's generosity. It almost makes me want to cry. Sweat starts out of my backbone, the way she looks at me. Into me like she can hear my thoughts. And there's only one thing I can do, small cruel smile, curling the corners of her mouth as if she's saying, I'm onto you, Winston Smith. I know you are. I promise I'll be the death of you. 14:30, resume your workstations. What a lunch break aisle. I'll walk with you to the records department. Smith, get that stuff from you, yeah. Let's go now. Bye, Parsons. Goodbye, Smith, yes. Yes, goodbye. Goodbye, son. Oh, steady on. Old boy, you aggravate your bad leg now. I just need to get back to work. How if only we will add your work ethics with Parsons. Parsons, sorry, that girl who was sat behind us. The dark-haired girl from the fiction department. You mean, yeah, oh, she's as keen as master, isn't she? Yes. Yeah, I wonder, was she already sat at the table when we came over, or did she sit down after us? Do you know? Well, I don't, Smith, why? Well, I hope you're not sweet on her. Oh boy, she's in the junior anti-sex league. Oh no. Just wondering about their staff wrote her down there. I think it could be a bit more efficient. Do you see what I mean about your work? Ethics, Smith, double plus cause, huh? Well, this is my cubicle. Wait, where are you going? What about the sub-o? Tomorrow, Parsons. I promise I'm sorry. I've got to go. I can't breathe, I've got to get out of here. Reporting 6079 Smith, potential face crime noted. Thought police agent to shadow closely. Continue undercover work, infiltrate, and make detainment. 6079 Smith must not discover identity of thought police. I bolted out of the records department and into the city. I didn't care where I walked. Just needed to get as far away from the dark-haired girl as possible. If she's not thought police, she's certainly an amateur spy, and in many ways that's worse. She has something to prove to the party. You should have heard Corner said when they announced the chocolate Russian was going up to 20 grand. But it exploded its double cluster. In all my panic, I nearly forgot the collective amnesia from earlier. The whole world forgetting what happened only yesterday. This is the party's ultimate goal, to make us all deny the evidence of our senses. One day the party will announce that to made 5, and we would all have to believe it. Freedom is holding on to memory, to truth. Freedom is the freedom to say 2 plus 2 makes 4. I shouldn't walk for too long. I can come up with some excuse for missing work. But I should show my face at the community center later, get back in time for some lecture, which will no doubt make my soul rise with boredom. What is it tonight? Big Brother's Impact on Chess by Natasha Siam. Jesus Christ, not entirely sure where I am. I walked north from the Ministry of Truth, through the area they used to call Regent's Park, but now I'm in a troll quarter I don't recognize. Watch out, man. Sorry. What are you doing? Get down here against the wall. I don't know the steamer, bend over. It's steamer, what's up? Are you all right? You all right, mate? Yeah, let me help you up. Are you drinking? I don't think so. Stay there. Rocky bomb your raisins. Whoever's in your life, tell them you love them tonight. All right. Take care of yourself now. Are you okay, darling? Yes, thank you. I've got tea and brandy if you need it. I'm fine. Thank you. Must be on my way. So much compassion for each other. I firmly believe that if there is any hope, it lies in the prowls. Oh, what's that? Oh my God, that's oh my God. It's a hand. It's human hand, my God. Kick it away into the guts, into the sewer like litter. Like a stone, trying to imagine them down there. Tearing it to pieces, bone and thin, gorging wild eyes. Faces covered in blood fur. Oh, the patrol will be by any minute asking questions. I gotta get out of here quickly down this alley. 6079 Smith, unauthorized movement in parole. Quarter 303, no visual. Moving up an alleyway heading north-northwest. Follow on foot. Oh my. I'm back south. I don't know how long I was running, but the ulcer above my ankle is killing me. Wait a second. I know this music. This street, I've been here before. The antique shop where I bought the book is. It's almost as though my feet have brought me here. Of their own accord. Just ask about razor blades or shoelaces. Chances are he doesn't remember. You owe again. Come right oh. How's the keepsake album? Beautiful bit of paper, isn't it? Is there anything special I can do for you? I got some gorgeous pieces in lack of snuff boxes. I got brooch, so no. Sorry, I shouldn't. I didn't mean to waste your time, Liam, or perhaps this. What is that? This was most probably a paperweight at some point. Little dome of glass, you see, like a atmosphere. Have a look. The peculiar softness, it's like rainwater, yes. Very good. Yeah, and this inside the pink thing. That is coral from the Indian Ocean, 100 years old or more. That's a beautiful thing. It is a beautiful thing. Though not much use for it these days, and doubly beautiful because of it. How much do you want? Oh, well, I should say for dollars. Fine, good. Yeah, very kind, thank you, sir. Well, goodbye. Oh, there's another room upstairs, if you'd like to take a look around. Another room. Just a few pieces before a fellow nostalgic. There might be something of interest, it's just I should get back to the community center. There's an electronic Big Brother's Impact on Chess. Yes, so I yes, actually. I'd love to see the room, thank you. I thought you might this way. The name's Charrington, by the way. We used to live up here till my wife died. Here we are. Our little bedroom, small but comfortable. Trying to sell furniture off little by little. Now that's a beautiful mahogany bed, if a little compassum. I suppose you struggle to smuggle that on. No, tell us, great pardon. Oh, I can't remember being in a bedroom without one. Oh, no, I've never had one of those things. Just me and my wife reading, open fire. Kettle on the oven, I recognize it. Oh. No, I mean, I have a feeling like I know exactly what it is to sit in a room like this. Some ancestral memory, I suppose. I said before, fellow nostalgicist, yes, I wonder what a room like this would go for these days. Hypothetically speaking, hypothetically speaking, I suppose. It would come down to what a person could afford. Yes, and depends on which person. I suppose, but hypothetically, I imagine for dollars a week, $5, and they'd have a hypothetical deal. Well, good to know. Okay, if you happen to be interested in old prints at all, the frame's fixed to the wall. But I could unscrew it for you, I'd say. I know that building, it's A, with a ruin now in the middle of the street. Outside the Palace of Justice. That's right, it was born many years ago. It was a church at one time, St. Clementine's its name was. I had no idea it was a church. There's lots of them left though. They've been put to other uses. How's that go? Oranges and lemons, says the bells of St. Clarence. What was that? Oh, just a silly little rhyme we had when I was a boy. All about the bells of London. Go on please. Well, I don't remember it all, says the bells of St. Martin's, haha. Of Farthing was a small couple coin. And St. Martin's in the Fields is still standing. In Victory Square, pillars in front and big flight of steps. Propaganda museum, oh yes. I suppose so. Now in the other churches. The rest of the song all I can remember, I'm afraid. What would you like to purchase? The printer? Maybe another time. What was that? Oh, the door downstairs. Forgot to lock it. This is it for police. They finally tracked you down. I'll be right with you, don't worry, just stay quiet. I could jump out the window into the courtyard, try to run, but how far would I get in the fall? Surely break something. No, there's no way out but downstairs. Hello, sorry, but we're about to close. Oh, I was just looking for shoelaces. You see, these old ones on my boots are so worn now. The dark-haired girl, she must have followed me here from work. I'm very sorry, comrade, but I don't have any shoelaces right now, really. Nothing in your back room. No one has any shoelaces at the moment. I'm afraid I should bash your head with a paperweight. Do you have another customer back there? Noah. My cat. Well, my wife's cat actually. All I have left of her. Oh, I'm sorry, today's anniversary. Would you believe, for years, perhaps I should leave you to your room. Thank you. I'm trying to get some shoelaces for you, man. Thank you, and I'm really sorry about your wife. Thank you, goodbye. All right, she's gone. Thank you. Did you see which way she went? Oh, out to the left west. Okay, do you know that young lady? No. But she knows me all too well, it seems. Thank you for everything. You won't see me again. Well, if I do, I'd settle for $450 for the room. Goodbye. There's no doubt in my mind now. The dark-haired girl is following me and has very little to do than sit, drink Victory gin and write until they come for me, though it's already been 2 hours. I wonder what's keeping them. It's always at night when they come. I'll be sound asleep. One more signal, all right. I've got you. Open the door, all right. Ready? Yeah, I'm ready. Torches, glaring ring of challenging faces around the bed. Take him to the bed. I'll be taken to the Ministry of Love. They'll strap me to a bed, torture me. The days, weeks, months, please. Please, I'll tell you anything, until I confess. I'll confess to anything they want me to confess, that I'm a pervert, traitor, murderer. And after my litany of crimes have been plastered across the news, I'll be released back into society for a while. Given some terrible job in the suburbs. Excuse me, young man. Yes, comrade. Can I help you? Yes, if you wouldn't mind. Could you go and throw yourself on your fucking bus? They could let me live for years like that. And then one day, when I least expected. Please, I'll do anything. Don't kill me, please. 908, I'll be in that punk on those gallows. They forced me to confess those things. Please, it's not too late, it's not too. And then I'll be deleted, most probably by Ling and her. And a handful of people who knew I existed will forget I ever did a non-person. Proper thing to do would be to kill myself before they got me, but how pills? Perhaps all Jarrington can get hold of an antique gun. Though let's face it, even if he did, I wouldn't go through with it. I'm a coward. In the shop earlier, I just froze, I hid. In moments of crisis, one is never fighting against an external enemy, but against one's own body. In moments of fear, you are at war with yourself. Totally alone, but you are not alone. Winston O'Brien's voice, as if he was standing next to me, because I am with you. Winston always, I'm afraid. Brian, even though I know I'm already dead, I'm still afraid of what will happen to me. Well, don't be afraid, Winston. We shall meet in a place where there is no darkness. You mean the future is that the place? The future sleep, Winston. They won't come tonight, just sleep. Just sleep, just sleep. Help me. He just, come here, yes. Yes, Ling. You were daydreaming, no, just no. Just working out to rectify a tricky record. Haven't you noticed what? Tell it soon. His cubicle's empty, look it is. They must have come for him. Oh, tell it, son. But this might be a trap. Should play alone, maybe. Maybe he's ill for days straight. Well then maybe. Maybe Tillotson was never there at all. Yes, Tillotson, never heard of him. I don't know, excuse me lady, must go to the bathroom. It's been 3 days since I started the book. What I waiting for? Why haven't they come for me yet? Maybe they're not watching me at all. Maybe they just want us all to think that they're watching. Oh my God, it's the dark-haired girl again. Her arms in a sling. Keep moving, Winston. Don't look at her, just walk straight past him. Oh, my arm. Comrade. Yes, could you help me up? Yeah, of course. Typical this morning, I hurt my arm in the novel writing machine, and then I go and fall right on it. Steady, don't rush. There we go. Thank you, comrade. In my hand. She put something in my hand. Close fist, don't react, just move to the toilets. It's a piece of paper, a note. Comrade. Just going to cubicle, wait for them to leave. Then I can look at it. Only a small note, I can't see much. Perhaps the dark-haired girl is thought, please. And this is a threat or summons. Or an order to commit suicide. Maybe it's a trap, or maybe it's a message from someone else, maybe even O'Brien. Maybe on behalf of some underground group. Maybe the Brotherhood exists. After all, the dark-haired girl's part of it. All right, finally, of all the possibilities. I never expected this. 3 words. But a blow against the party, a political act. 3 words which make me want to stay alive, at least for a little longer. I love you. Oh. What are you doing? Big hanging at Victory Square. This would be the perfect place to talk to. The dark-haired girl. I followed her out of work. To the base of Big Brother's column. She looked at one of the lion statues, which sit at the bottom. But just as the Eurasian prisoners were taken up to the gallows, I lost sight of her. Hungry boys and girls. Who wants to see the hugging of our enemies? Adam and the bastard, hello. Come on, let's get closer. Maybe she moved to the statue of Oliver Cromwell. Excuse me, don't look at my face. Just stare at the gallows. Are you ready for the first prisoner to hide? Can you hear me? Yes, I can't hear you, I said, can you get Sunday? Are you ready for the first present ever? Yeah, 3-2. Go to Paddington Station, train towards Henley. Go half an hour left outside the station, 2 kilometers along the road. You'll see a gate with a top bar missing. Over that a path across a field to a grass grove lane. Track between bush's dead tree with moss on it. Can you remember all of that? I think so. Good, be there for 15. I might be late, I'll come another way now. Who's ready for the second prisoner and takes mine? Just for a few seconds, but in this time I learn every detail of her. Pardon me, comrade, I want to get a better view. And then she's gone. Excuse me, comrade. I didn't look at her face once. I don't know the color of her eyes. All I see are the eyes of those prisoners, waiting to be hanged. To 1, the next train to leave Platform 8 will be the 13. Service to Henley on 10. Felt like a lifetime waiting for Sunday to come. No sign of a patrol yet. Perhaps I'll make it to the countryside after all. Reporting 6:00, 79 Paddington Station. Platform 8 police patrol requested. All aboard. The train is ready to depart. Train is ready to depart. I repeat, the train is ready to depart. Here we go. Hold the train. Why haven't we left yet? Oh, please don't say it's a mechanical. What if the train gets cancelled? I have no way of telling her. And she might not give me another chance. There's a 4th criminal on board. Tom Winston, just sit down somewhere next to him. It's suspicious traveling alone. Any one of these people could be thought police. They'll see me shaking. How bad is the pro-carriage raucous? Maybe best to turn back for an empty seat in another party. Members, do not move from your seats. This is a routine chair. We need to see everyone's papers now. Control, and the carriage behind coming this way. Coming for me, move now before they see me. Please, they're coming this way, please. Please, oh. You're right, mate. Didn't know your own straight, eh? No, man. May I sit here, of course? Excuse me, are you okay? It's shaking, look, yeah. Yes, yeah. No, I'm fine. I'm alright, just always I get a bit nervous traveling. I was gonna say I've never seen a ninger in here before me saying so. English socialist, no. No, it's alright. It's alright, you on your holiday too. They don't get holiday be what? Never when there's a war on. It's always a bleeding war on. We gonna win, you reckon, mate, against Eurasia? Oh, I don't work at the Ministry of Peace, I don't. Hey, she says, face my teeth. Shut up, nanny. She's senior, and you ain't got any teeth. Where's the patrol? I've got more sense than all those bleeding in. Has put together, they don't even know who they're fighting. Most of bleeding tongue, oh. Something's happening on the platform. I was traveling to see my mother. She's ill, she's in the hospital this way, comrade. Come along with us, please, don't, please. Please, oh, they're arresting him. Look, he's crying, oh. He's handsome, he's dumbful. They're taking him to the Ministry of Love. Wait, that big prison in town. Love one with all the barbed wire. Hello, nurse. Do all sorts of bleeding horrible things to them there. Hang them from their thumbs, burn them, skin them. Allow it, sadistic bastards, those Ingers Terrico. I mean, he probably deserves it in all being a traitor. Of course, off we go. We're moving. We're safe. We don't get involved in politics, do we, Derek? No. We're just off to see my dad on his farm. And score some butter on the black market, be Beatrice. She's joking. Oh, what a shout out to the patrol, Pete. I don't think I heard you. I've never seen so many smiles before. Real smiles. Not the hypnotized grins at the end of 2 minutes hate. These people, they smile with their eyes, their entire face. I try it to for a moment, it feels strange. You're on me. You got to say, looks like he's gonna be sick. Watch out, no, I'm happy, I think, if there is any hope. It lies with the prowls. Must be 2 kilometers by now, more maybe. Still no gate with the top bar missing, huh? I can't shake the feeling that this is some trap, that the dark-haired girl is thought police after all. And I'll turn onto this lane to see a group of them, waiting to take me away, like that poor man at the station. And she be there at the front of them, with her good sex sash and that cold, cruel smile. That isn't what you're really afraid of, though, is it? No, tell them. Afraid you'll change your mind. Afraid you'll see me for the first time in broad daylight and be sickened. This dirty creature of the indoors, so flooding every pore of its skin. I'm afraid you'll laugh at me and leave. Would you do that, do you think? Well, you'll have to wait and see, won't you? Not long now I'll see track between the bushes. I see, and then the dead tree with moss on it. Could you listen nearly there? Pick as many bluebells as you can. Anything to give you an advantage. What was that? Calm down, it was only a squirrel, hasn't it? Here we are then. Oh, it's okay, we're all right here. Yes, right. Good, I've been here before. Got lost in a community hike. No microphones. Are those for me? Yeah, yes. Thank you. Say something, anything. I'm 39 years old. I've got varicose veins and 5 false teeth. I'm sorry, I'm 26. I live in a women's hostel. And when I was younger, I had an affair with an older party member who committed suicide to avoid detainment, and a good job too, because he would have said my name when he confessed. And your eyes are brown. Yes, I didn't know until now. I know yours. Duh, they're very, very dark. Oh God, it's happening already. This is right. It's been so long. Stop that, sorry. Sorry what, breading? Get out of your head and just kiss me. Jesus, her breath, her body, take your clothes off, oh God. It's so bright here, she see me, she see it. Let me, I like to be up here. Okay, I just need a minute, I need a minute. It will work and it's okay, no, honestly, just a minute, And it will honestly, it's okay. There's no hurry, we've got the whole afternoon. Really, yeah really, it's fine okay. And besides, you don't even know my name yet. Oh yeah, yes It's Julia Bella. Julia, I know yours. It's Winston Smith. How did you find that out? Because I'm smarter than you. Now tell me honestly, what did you think of me before I gave you the note I thought you seemed nice. I said honestly okay. I hated the sight of you. I knew it. No, I thought you might be thought police. I thought you might be thought police spying on me. Thought police, I love it. I had no idea. No. I take it as a compliment. I must be doing a good job. Good job at appearing as such a good party member. Pure in word and deed. Yeah, you're very convinced. Well, I've put in the time. Leading a troop of horrors and the spies. Volunteering 3 evenings a week for the Good Sex League. Wearing this bloody sash all hours. Oh, the only way to be safe really. That day in the canteen when you started the chant, you mean yeah. That was the funniest thing I've ever seen your face. But then afterwards did you follow me to that junk shop? I followed you a few times. That was just the first time. I wanted you to know I stayed up all night worrying. Well, consider this an apology. What? What is it? What do you think, Winston? It's chocolate. Wait, this is chocolate. No, it's not pale or crumbly. And it doesn't taste like rubbish fire either. It's real. I got it on the black market. In one of those pro quarters, try it. Oh my God. Oh my. That's amazing good. Oh fuck. It is my like how much you sweat. I fucking love it. I can't say anything in London. You think it's bad being a party member? Try being a female party member. All that virtuous good thankful bullshit. I can barely speak at the hostel or at work. As I swallowed the chocolate, something hits me. A sort of recognition, a memory. That's the first thing I liked about you know. What your face, that look you do look. You just did it, just then you blaze over. Go somewhere else. I'm an expert at spotting people who don't belong in this world, who occupy somewhere else. As soon as I saw you, I knew you were to counter their threat. Really? That's bad. Why? Because I'm doing a bad job as appearing as a good party member. Don't worry, I can teach you. Look up there, so close. So Nightingale, I think such a beautiful song. You're somewhere else again. No, just wondering what it's singing for. There's no mate nearby, no rival. What makes a bird sit at the edge of this lonely wood, pouring its music into nothingness? Unless it's some sort of device, some sort of microphone. Oh, Winston. Just stop, will you? Stop fretting for a moment. Hold my hand, just listen to the bird and feel her head, just as I remember it. Isn't it nice to just stop and feel? Julian Winston, I'm ready now. How are you? Oh yes you are. Oh. Winston Smith, I want you right here, right now. You've done this before. Hundreds of times, always with party members, yes. What about the universe? Sarah Bryan, no, not those bastards. But there's plenty that would have they got the chance. Bloody hypocrites, you like that. Anything that shows the rot. This rot all right, this rot all over, the moment you've had. The more I want you and you're really going to want me. I hate purity, I hate goodness. I don't want virtue to exist anywhere. I want everyone to be corrupt. He lets me corrupt to the bone. You like doing that, I adore it. It's the only pure thing, there is nothing else. Just this, just, no. Oh, that was better than good, Winston. I suspected there might be a Catherine Ava in there, but I never expected that. Guys, it's been a while, but now that we've started, I just feel like I don't want to stop. 6079 Smith, control yourself. We've already been away too long. Now, we can use this spot once more. It's generally safe to use any hideout twice, but not for another month or two. But we can see each other again before that, yes. Don't worry, we'll organize it. Now I've got to put in 2 hours for the Junior Anti-Sex League. Handing out leaflets or something. It's not bloody, just give me a brush down. Well, I got twigs in my hair. No good. Now you have to wait here for half an hour. Then leave a different way to the pathway you came. Go through the pasture past the entries. Julia. Yes, there's something I need to tell you. You'll saw police know. No, I'm married. Oh, when we're not together. She left 11 years ago now. I don't know where she is or even if she's still alive. Why did she leave? She loved Big Brother more than she loved me. And as she got more devout, we grew colder and enjoyless, and sex became this chore, making a baby she call it. Oh, our duty to the party. Should actually use that phrase in bed. Shall we do our duty to the party? Bloody hell yeah. And then when a baby didn't come, thankfully she left. And then that was it. And do you still love her? I don't love anything. It's the only bit of the 2 minutes hate. I really mean I hate love. I've screened it with you. Yes, only I don't mean it. I know all about women like your wife Winston. Probably better than you do, frankly. We've had Puritanism rubbed in our faces since we were children. It's not that they want to destroy our impulse for sex, more to control it, channel it into war fever and worship of Big Bastard. Is that right? Of course, when we make love we use up energy, don't we? And afterwards we feel happy, like right now. How are you feeling? Like I don't give a damn about anything, exactly. And they can't bear you feeling like that. They want you bursting with energy all the time, all this marching up and down, cheering and waving flags. All it is sex gone sour. If you're happy inside yourself, then why should you get excited about Big Bastard and the 2 minutes hate and all the rest of their bloody rot? I suppose you're right, there's no supposing about it, darling. I've already told you I'm smarter than you. Yet you don't hate love. Hating love is double think. Love is one of the few things worth living for. But for how long? I mean, what's the point if we're doomed anyway? Surely we've only got a few weeks left. Maybe a couple months. They're gonna discover us. In many ways we're already dead. Oh, what fucking rubbish, Winston. We're not dead. Which would you rather sleep with? Me or skeleton? What? Don't you enjoy being alive? Don't you like feeling here? This is me. This is my hand, my leg, my breast. Feel that I'm real, I'm solid. Don't you like this? Of course. Then stop talking about dying and find something to live for. You can arrange the next place for us to meet. Until then, goodbye, Winston Smith. What you really wanted to say was, the more you have, the more they can take away from you. They say that time is straightforward, they say. With their smiles and tears and joys, the room's all done for you. I put a button on the side of the pan so you can have big free coffee. And I found some new bedding in case you and Mrs. Smith care to sleep. Thank you, Mr. Charrington, and for your discretion. Well, privacy is a very valuable thing. Everyone needs a place to be alone. Homo. You brought the paperweight back. Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep it here by the bed. Very good. Put the water on to boil for you. Another thing you should know, that there are 2 entries to the building. One through the front door downstairs, and the other through the backyard. Out there you can see the alley behind it. Oh yeah, yes I see. There now. Shall I show Mrs. Smith up here when she arrives, please? All right then, make yourself at home, thank you. Oh, afternoon, miss. I'll leave you too. Keep going. Moi, moi, moi. Moi, moi, all right. Give me half a second. I need to show you what I brought. It's been 2 weeks today. Please, it'll be worth it. I promise. Ah, you've got a pan on. Good. Right, firstly, there's this saccharin, no real sugar. And here's a loaf of bread. Proper white bread, not our bloody stuff. And here's a pot of jam, tin of milk. But look, this is the one I'm really proud of. Oh, that smell. That's coffee. Oh, real coffee. There's a whole kilo here. I'll put some on to boil. How did you manage to get hold of all this? It's all in a party stuff. There's nothing those bastards don't have. But waiters and servants pinch things all the time. And I know people who know people right. Now there's one more surprise. You go open the window, let the steam out, And don't turn around until I tell you okay, alright? You know, I've never thought about it before, but I've never heard a member of the party sing. You wouldn't want to. You should hear this singing on good sex hikes. Makes you never want to go near a human again. Which is maybe the point. It's the perfect contraceptive. No, I mean real singing, not chanting. You never hear someone just spontaneously sing, do you, just for the sake of singing? Like that bird or this woman. If we did it, it would seem unorthodox. A dangerous eccentricity. Perhaps it's only when people are near to starvation that they have anything to sing about. All right, well, this is fascinating. But you can turn around now. Julia, what do you think? I bought it from a thrift shop down the road. How do I look? You look beautiful. It's completely not nothing. You need to wear that to look. How about we make a deal? We meet here every week. I put the dress on and you take it off. What do you say? I say, oh, get out. You filthy bruise. What? What? Didn't you see his beastly nose out? The scotching board over there. What, there's a hole. Look, what was it you didn't see? It was a big brown rat. No, not in here. They're all over the place at the moment. Some parts of London are swarming with them. You know, they attack children in some streets. People won't leave a baby alone for 2 minutes. It's these huge brown ones that do. Don't leave, Winston. What's the matter, Winston? You've gone pale. Her full heart in the world. Oh, darling, what is it? Tell me. It's okay, I'm here. Let's lie down together, come on. Oh, don't worry. We're not going to have the filthy brutes in here. I'll stuff the hole with sacking before we go, and next time, I'll bring some plaster and bang it up properly, okay? Hey, what's this? Brought it last time. That's more. It's more than that. It's nothing. It's a beautiful, useless thing. It's a little chunk of history I've forgotten to alter. It's a message from 100 years ago. Anyone knew how to read it. It's like rainwater. Yes, and this in the center, the coral, pink coral. Hundreds of years old, extinct now, from the depths of the ocean. I love it. I love this room, our room. That painting on the wall over there. Isn't that the building outside the law courts? So the church, or at least it used to be, St. Clement's Danes, there was a rhyme they sang. That's it. I only remember one more line, Old Bailey. Old Bailey, how do you know that? My grandfather used to sing it to me when I was little. He was vaporized when I was 8. I loved him very much. I wonder what a lemon was. I know oranges, I think, until lemon 30 years. They were very sour. Yeah, they'd say your teeth on edge. You're a little chunk of history yourself. Like the paperweight, I'm just as pointless. No, it's paradise. It's this room, and the pink coral in the middle. That's us fixed in soft rainwater, a sort of eternity. I'll think of this room even when we're not here. The fact it even exists is what matters. Our own little world, Winston, a pocket of the past, where extinct animals can wander or float. Makes life seem almost tolerable. So you agree then, as long as we have this room. We're not dead. As long as we have this, we're not dead. This is Big Brother, Conference brothers and sister. I declare that Hit Week has officially started. Hate Week finally comes. And all of Airstrip 1 is swept up in a fever. Even the pros, who are normally so apathetic by the war, are lashed into a frenzy of patriotism, swarming streets, singing anthems, looting shops. Possibly it's because there have been more Eurasian rocket bombs. Of late, Julia thinks they're fired by the party itself. Keep people frightened and full of rage is probably right. All around London there are marches and fires. People burning books, effigies of gold stain or Eurasian soldiers. The air is hot, electrified by hate. But all I can think about is Julia. All I hear is her voice. If you really concentrate, you can still smell my hair. Yes, taste my mouth, feel your skin, like I'm inside you. Like a physical necessity, like I need her now. And that is a terrifying thing. My brother is watching you. I find myself smiling in the midst of all this carnage. Now it's imperative to be seen out. Tonight I've made sure to bump into Ampleforth. He was leaping about topless and laying who I marched with for a while. All I need now is Smith Hawsons. Happy hate, old boy. Happy hate to you. You know, my wife and our little spies. There's the thought criminal. Open them out, oh yes. Lovely to see you all as always. Forgive their excitement, comrade. It's their favorite day of the year. Isn't it also wonderful, Smith? We'll really get into the hateful spirit this year. Oh, thanks to you, dear. Oh no. I just put up some bunting. Oh no, Parsons. You should be very proud. I've never seen bunting like it. You see, haha, but really, well, I mean. Thank you, Smith. Thank you. Join us for some victory. Jim, comrade. Not now, woman. We've got effigies to burn. Oh yes, darling. Of course, got to love this spirit. Oh, by the way, old boy, you haven't seen Sign, have you? Because she hasn't been to committee center for days. And I noticed her name was no longer on the chess team. Bored. Has she lost her captain CD thing? I mean, I know that chess. I mean, I was a bit racy. But must have been anywhere to rent. Who's Simon, who's Smith? Natasha's. Haha, I know what you dismissed you. I did with yes. Never heard of her. Who are we talking about? I don't think we were talking about anybody. Were we? No. Great anyway. Enjoy your refugee burning, comrade. I will, and down with Goldstein, yes. Down with Goldstead, old boy, yeah, double plus down. Alibis established now to escape to our little world. Haha, what are you thinking about? Oh, just that sad little man downstairs, Jarrington. He was telling me about his wife, about the years they had together in this room. Lying on this bed, it's also sad at least. At least they had years together. Oh, don't start with the doom and gloom stuff again. We might have years together, Winston. You don't know, I do know, Julia. We're not dead yet, but this is still lunacy. Suicidal fully. It's like we're intentionally stepping nearer to our graves. Nearer to the ministry of lavas. As sure as 2 + 2 makes 4, it will happen. Oh, I can't deal with you when you're being like this. What do you? What you? You don't have to get dressed yet, do you? My dorm has to be in bed early this week. You know, I wish you'd at least try to be hopeful for us. Try to imagine some sort of future like. Like what like? I don't know. We could disappear. I mean it. Why not change our appearance beyond recognition? You could grow a beard, I could dye my hair. Or maybe I could wear an eye patch. Yes, inconspicuous. We could rent a little place around here or something. Get jobs in a factory. That would be straightforward work for me. Working with the novel writing machines. I could fix almost anything. Live our lives on the back streets. Wouldn't be so bad, except that we'd be giving up. Giving up what? Well, any glimmer of hope. Hope of change, of rebellion. You mean against the party? Before I met you, that's all I had. Tiny glimmer in a very dark world, that something someday might happen. It was. It's like a voice in my head saying, we shall meet in a place where there's no darkness. A voice, his name's O'Brien. He works in the inner party. The last time I saw him, we locked eyes just for a moment, and I knew he was with me. Did you think I'm crazy for thinking that? No. I fell in love with you from a look. That moment in the canteen before you started the chant. I knew you were with me, even if you didn't. I am with you, Julia. I hear your voice, Winston, in my head, and I hear yours. I just worry that if we left, if we lived some secret life, scuffling around like you can't even say it, can you? Like rats, no. If we spent our lives simply evading the parties. And then surely we'd be letting them win. And we die knowing we never tried to do anything about all of this. We can't change the world, Winston. We just have to survive it. Look, life is simple, really. We want to have a good time, and they want to stop us having it. So the clever thing is to keep the small rules and break the big ones. We scream during hate week and drag along on anti-sex league hikes so we can have sex. Yes, yeah. Yeah, you're only a rebel from the waist down. I'm a rebel who wants to stay alive. Yes, but what about the future? What about passing something on to the next generation? I don't care about the next generation, Winston. I care about us. That's the only future I care about. Our future together. I've spent half of my life helping to erase the past, editing history for the party's narrative. I've done that, me, and if there was a way somehow of proving that, of showing people just what they do, even just a glimpse of it, then I could die knowing I done something. That I really existed. I wasn't just a non-person. That I could die happy. Happier than dying old with me. Yes, no. But it's important to me, Julia. Perhaps we could disappear, perhaps. But first I need to have at least started something, planted some seed of doubt somewhere. Some real tangible proof that they lie about the past. Like what, Winston? They destroy all evidence, not everything. Not always even. They make mistakes. Do you know the names Jones, Aronson, and Rutherford? No. That's because they don't exist anymore. They never existed according to the party, but 20 years ago they did. They were three of the most infamous traitors in Oceania's history, and everyone knew who they were. We are live at the courts of justice as senior delegates of the party. Jones, Aronson, and Rutherford give their pleas on the charges, and the final charge of traveling to Siberia on Midsummer's Eve, June 21, 1963, with the intention of selling military secrets to Eurasia. How do you plea? Guilty, guilty, guilty. They were taken to the Ministry of Love for months, years maybe. But sometime after their release, I saw them. Sat together in a cafe called the Chestnut Tree, sat in silence like corpses waiting to be sent back to the grave. And I remember this song. The song came on the teller screen, a strange, sad song under the spreading chestnut tree. I sold you and you sold me. Waiter, yes, I've. I'm sorry, have you? Is that urine? I'm sorry. Let me get a towel. Filthy, bloody traitor. A little later they were hanged and then deleted. Non-people, they never existed, and no one thought of them again. Until a few years ago, when I was working in the record department, I received some old documents to amend and rolled up in them by mistake was a newspaper clipping, a photograph of Jones, Aronson, and Rutherford taken at a party function in New York, and underneath it was a date. Midsummer's Eve, June 21, 1963, the night they were supposed to be in Eurasia exactly. It was proof that their confessions had been fabricated. On all confessions fabricated, yes. But this was proof after the fact, proof in my hands that the past had been abolished. Proof that every record has been destroyed or falsified. Every book rewritten, every picture repainted. Every statue and streets and building renamed. Every date altered when I held that photo, Julia, in. In that one moment I possessed actual, concrete evidence that all of this is a lie and should I find something like that again, well, who knows what it might do. Maybe I could get it to someone, maybe. Oh, Brian, get it copied, spread it, seed some doubt like the Brotherhood. You mean, yes, you think they really exist? You don't, of course. I don't, Winston. I don't believe anything we're told. You really think that anyone would try to revolt against the party? They'd be bound to fail. It would be so futile, so stupid, but you don't know. You don't know. I know. It's unfathomable, Julia, but perhaps there are people out there who are even smarter than you, even better at playing the perfect party member, at keeping the small rules, but breaking even bigger ones than you simply having sex with me. That's not all I care about. Well, that seems it. I care about us. I care about us staying alive, staying together, and loving each other. It isn't enough. Sorry, Julia, but this little affair can't be the sum of our lives. We have to exist for more than this. I'd die for you, Winston. I would. But I won't be killed for some stupid, pointless rebellion which probably doesn't even exist. If you want to risk your life for a lie, then go ahead, but what we have in this room is real. What I feel is true, and I thought you did too. Julia, you can't even tell me you love me even now. And I really thought you did. I suppose I'm not so smart after all. I haven't seen Julia in 3 days. I thought about going up to the fiction department, but I couldn't make up a good enough story as to why. I'd be there, over by the teller screen. It's her and there's a seat available across from her. Go. Smith, there's a space here if you care to join us. Oh no, sorry. Your attention, comrades. The following is a state date from Big Brother. Calmly though, Winston. And pay attention to the screen. Comrades, brothers, sisters, on this the 6th day of Hate Week, it gives me great joy to announce that we are no longer at war with Eurasia. We are now at war with East Asia. We have always been at war with East Asia. Eurasia is our ally. This is monumental. Repeat after, but right now, all I care about is that chair next to Julia. An ample fourth ahead war with East Asia. We are at war with East Asia. We have always been at war with East Asia. He's gonna take this best seat, I can see it. I'm gonna get past him. Eurasia is our ally. Eurasia is our ally. Drugs, or should I do this? Sorry, Uncle Four though. April Fools, let me help you up. You trip me, no. I didn't. You see that chair leg sticking out? Chair leg. There you are, right as rain, but soup in your hair. But I'm sure they'll serve you another. I must eat, lots to do, but the space is still there. Thank God. It was about the future afternoon, comrades. They were saying that in the future, there will be no wives or husbands at all, no friends. Even children will be taken from their mothers at birth. As one takes eggs from a hen, the sexual instinct will be completely eradicated. I wish you'd look at me. Just one goal is to procreate without sex. Do our duty to the party whilst remaining pure. But for now, procreation can be an annual formality, like the renewal of a ration card. Apparently, the party already have neurologists working on the abolition of the orgasm. Just look at me, please. The total eradication of sex. Just one flicker, the eradication of love, of that ridiculous notion that one person could ever care about another. More than the party, more than their role within society. The whole idea of love will very soon cease to exist. At all. Stop it. Is everything all right, comrade? Yeah. I would. It was a fly on my bread. Apologies, comrades. Need to go wash my hands. Excuse me, of course. 6 o'clock 7. 9 Smith, Unorthodox Behavior, Ministry of Truth Canteen. Zoom in, microphone announce, hold it together, keep my expression straight. Unreadable, just get to the toilets. 6079, Smith moving out of canteen into corridor. Switching telly screens, this is the corridor where she handed me the note. I wonder if that was the moment which killed me. Oh, I'm sorry, comrade. Oh, I'm sorry. I beg your pardon, it's Smith. Oh, isn't it? I'm a Brian. Yes. I've been hoping for an opportunity to talk to you. Is now a good moment? Yes. Good. I was reading one of your new speak articles in the Times the other day, and you write very elegantly well, and that's not just my opinion. I was talking to a friend of yours, who is certainly an expert. Her name has slipped my memory, but she's captain of the chess team he means I'm, who is dead, an unperson. It's a signal he's sharing a small active fault crime. Anyway, what I had really intended to say was that in your article I noticed you used 2 words, which have become obsolete. Oh, only very recently. Have you seen the 10th edition of the New Speak Dictionary? I didn't think it had been issued yet. It hasn't, but a few advanced copies have been circulated. I have one myself. Some of the new developments are most ingenious. The reduction in the number of verbs, it might interest you to look at it. Perhaps yes, very much so. Well then, perhaps you could pick it up at my flash some point. Let me write you my address. I have my notebook on me right in front of a telescreen. This is on purpose, nothing to hide. Thank you. I'm usually at home in the evenings. If not, my servant will give you the dictionary. Well, keep up the good work. Elysium Villas, an area of London once known as Mayfair. Buildings of clean white stone. Police on horseback, a different London. Julia Winston, you read my note. Thank you for meeting me. I still don't understand why it had to be here. All these posh buildings. I'll explain everything in a just walk with me a moment. Well, looks like we're heading down to hanging. Firstly, I wanted to say I'm sorry for everything I said since. Since meeting you, I've realized I'm selfish. Fundamentally a selfish person I always have been. I've never told anyone this. I don't even let myself think about it. But when I was a child, I stole some food, some chocolate, right? Sorry is. Is that it? Because we've all shoplifted. No, it wasn't from a shop, it was from my mother and my little sister. Just you did one of. I can't have been younger than 10. My father disappeared sometime earlier. We lived in a tiny room, only space for a bed in the cot. And the main thing I remember from that time is this constant feeling of hunger, my stomach eating itself. And that day we received a ration of chocolate, the first food in weeks seemed. My mother had given 3/4 of the bar to me, but I wanted more. I know you do, Winnie. But your sister needs to eat. My sister was very small. I think she was dying, but I didn't care. I'm still hungry, Winston. Give it to me now. No, Winston, I'm hungry, Winston. Come back, don't leave. I ran away and I ate the chocolate for myself, a whole bar. Ashamed, I stayed away for I don't know how long, but when I came back my mother was gone. She hadn't taken anything with her. All of her clothes remained and in the cot, swarming, gorging. I killed her. No, my sister. No, you were just a child, Winston. I disappeared, I left them. Come here, no, not here. Not here, not in public. Well, take my hand. At least no one's looking. I love you truly, I really do, I love you. I think you're the only person I've ever loved. So I had to see you one last time, I couldn't just disappear again. One last? What do you mean one last time? It's real. The Brotherhood. Oh, Brian. He gave me his address and apartment at Pam. Meeting him tonight. Yes, in a few minutes. In fact, and then who knows? Who knows what's next for me? I mean, I'm certain I'll be dead soon, but I've always known that, Winston. So I wanted to say goodbye to you and tell you how much our time together meant to me. You made me feel human for the first time, and I don't want this to be goodbye. No, you're young. You're brilliant if you keep clear. People like me, you'll stay alive for another 50 years. Well, that's all very good. But I don't want to actually, Juliet. No, Winston. I thought it all out and I want to be with you. Whatever you do, I want to do it too. No. You don't understand. I'm about to start something incredibly dangerous. I do understand. There'd be nothing I could do to save you. That they torture us, execute us, or worse, and make us betray one another. You mean confess about each other? Confession's not betrayal. What you say or do doesn't matter, only feelings matter. If they could make me stop loving you. They can't do that, Winston. It's the one thing they can't do. They can make you say anything they want, but they can't make you believe it. Feel it. They can't get inside you, can they? Even with all their surveillance, all their tally screens, they watch us day and night. But they've never figured out what a human being was thinking, and so what if we end up in the Ministry of Love? So what if they torture us, if the object isn't staying alive, but staying human, staying in love with each other? Well, then that's something we can do together. That's how we'll defeat them, Winston. Not just evading them until we're old. We'll defeat them by loving each other. You sure you know what you're getting yourself into? I've known since the first time I saw that look. Since writing you that note, you think you're the one who's engineered all this. I told you, Winston, I'm much smarter than you. Now let's go meet O'Brien together. Reporting 6079. Smith with 11501 Bellow, and bring Elysium for this zone 7.9 for 8. Which apartment is it? No, 11, 3rd floor. Wonder if the lift works. Entering lift, switching telescreens. Live the life you deserve at Elysium Villa. Make the most they. Obviously don't worry about conserving electricity here. Do they? Floor 3, okay. That's prominent 9, okay. It's at the end of the cardinal that you see. I see, okay. Okay, are you ready for me to ring the yes, right, yes? Because I'm not sure I am actually. Oh, just let me. Good evening, I'm Mr. O'Brien's personal assistant. He wasn't expecting to have you. Oh no, I am. But comrades at the Ministry of Truth, both double plus intrigued by the new Speak Dictionary this way please. REPORTING 6079, Smith and 11501 fellow entering apartment 11, Leeson Villas switching telescreens. Did you see his face, all synthetic like plastic? Do you think he's had reconstructives? Mr. O'Brien is just finishing up his work. Please come through. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Martin. I'm so glad you decided to come. Smith, not alone, yes. No, this is my comrade from the Ministry of Julia. Julia Bello, one moment please. Comrade, the urge to be incredibly cautious on public. Lost audio and visual repeat. Telly screen in apartment 11 releasing villas has been. There, you can turn your telly screen off. Yeah, I can for a few minutes anyway. I have that privilege, so we are alone. Well, shall I say yes? Haha, or show you. I will. We have come here because we believe that there is some kind of conspiracy, some kind of secret organization working against the party, and that you are involved in it. And we want to join you. I see. We are enemies of the party. We disbelieve in the principles of ENSOC. We are thought criminals. We are also adulterous. Yes, and we are at your mercy if you want us to incriminate ourselves. In any other way, we are ready. We are already dead. We are already dead. Oh God, was I wrong? Martin, sir. The Chateau Petru, yes, sir. Please join me for a glass of wine, would you? We're taking by the round table, Martin. Do we have enough chairs? One more than expected. Of course so. Perhaps you read about wine in books. Most of it gets to the outer party, I'm afraid. But this isn't a bad way to try your first glass. Thank you, cheers. I think it's fitting that we begin by drinking a health. Thank you, Martin. So to our leader, Emmanuel Goldstein. Emmanuel Goldstein. Wow, indeed. S.O. Goldstein exists. Yes, he exists. And he's alive, though we do not know where. And the conspiracy, the Brotherhood. It's not simply an invention of Thorpolice. No, it's real. But in order to be a part of it, I must know what you're prepared to do. Prepared to anything we're capable of. You're prepared to give your lives, yes. You're prepared to commit murder, to commit acts of sabotage, which may cause the death of hundreds of innocent people. Yes, to portray your country to foreign power. Yes, you are prepared to chief forge blackmail, to corrupt the minds of children, to distribute habit-forming drugs, to encourage prostitution, disseminate venereal diseases, to do anything likely to cause demoralization, weaken the power of the party, even if it were to throw sulfuric acid in a child's face. Are you prepared to do that? Yes, you are prepared to commit suicide when we order you to do so. Yes, and you are prepared to separate and never see one another again. No. Well, you did well to tell me. It's necessary for us to know everything. You understand that? You will always be fighting in the dark. You will receive orders and obey them without knowing why. You will have to get used to living without results. And without hope, you will work for a while. And then you will be caught and you will confess. And you will die. We will try our very hardest to get a razor blade to you before you tortured, but we cannot guarantee we won't confess. Confession is unavoidable, but you will have very little to confess. Other than your own actions, you will not be able to betray. More than a handful of people probably will not even betray me by that time. I'll most likely be dead anyway. We're all dead already. Our only true life is in the future. We shall take part in it. As handfuls of dust and splinters of bone, we shall spread our knowledge outwards. From individual to individual, generation after generation. In the face of the thought police, there's just no other way to understand. Yes, good. Now shortly, I must switch the telly screen back on. You should leave separately. Comment below. You can go now, Smith. You can stay for a few more minutes. I'll give you Goldstein's book. Martin, please show Comrade Bello out. I'll meet you in 3 days in our room. This is the last time that you shall see me, comrade. Is there anything that you like to say? Down with Big Brother. Down with Big Brother this way, sister. Finally, we're alone. What? It's a shame this might be the last time we speak. Enjoy your company, Winston. Goldstein's book. Do you have a place where you and Miss Bello meet? Yes, a room above an old junk shop, in one of the parole quarters. Very good, you can read this there. Soon you shall receive instructions, but in the meantime, is there anything you wish to say before you leave? Any messages, any questions? This is your last chance. The only thing I can think is, did you ever hear an old rhyme that begins, set the bells of St. Clemens, it's familiar, you. You owe me 3 fathers at the bells of St. Ma, take more things, yeah. When will you pay me? See the bells of Old Bailey. When I grow rich, save the bells of, sure did. You knew the last line, I think there is another. But for now I'm afraid it's time for you to go, Martin. Yes, sir, and Winston, you should know that when we meet again, if we meet again, it will be in the place where there is no darkness. Yes, exactly, I know. Thank you, come right. Martin will show you out this way, my brother. Happy New Year. Hate Week finally ends, but following the announcement that we are now at war with East Asia, the records department made us work 18-hour shifts, correcting all the old news stores, and I am gelatinous with fatigue. I've managed to read some of Goldstein's book. Most of it confirms things I already suspected, but what a feeling to see it written down. To be vindicated, if there is hope, it lies in the prowls. Hi Donnie, I'm exhausted, oh me too. They're turning out all these news stories. With East Asian badas, of course, and the pornos the same, a new taboo. Is that the book? Yes. Can I read a bit? Yes. I want to watch the woman singing anyway. Have you seen her there? The washerwoman in the courtyard. She's quite beautiful actually. Anyway, strong. So many children have come from that body, none from us, just words. Thoughts, huh? Yeah, ask is curious, to think that sky is the same for everybody. Eurasia, East Asia here, and the people under it all very much the same all over the world. Billions of people just like her down there, held apart by walls of hatred and lies, and yet almost exactly the same. Who never learned to think that in their hearts and their bellies and muscles, they have the power to one day overturn the world. If there's hope, it lies in the pearls. This is at the end. I've had that very phrase in my head for years. Sooner or later it must happen. They are immortal. Take her for instance. Just lie next to me a moment. Will you stop thinking? Oh, your smell must be the most memorable smell in the world. Remember that nightingale sang to us, that first day at the edge of the world. It wasn't singing to us, Winston. It was singing to please itself. Not even that, it was just singing. The birds sing. The pro sing. In London and New York. In Africa, Brazil, India. In the streets of Paris, Berlin. In the villages of the endless Russian plain. In the bazaars of China, everywhere. Despite everything they go through. Still singing as sure as 2 + 2 makes 4. Yes, kiss me again. We are the dead. We are the dead. You are the dead. Where did that come from? It's starting. The picture frame, it's fallen off the wall. Tell the screen they can see us, we can see you. Julia, oh God, they're in the courtyard with the ladder. They're coming from both sides. Remain exactly where you are. Make no movement until you are ordered, Winston. Don't fight them, Julia. Don't fight them, I'm scared. Me too. Stand in the middle of the room. Back-to-back hands clasped behind your heads. Do it, do not touch one another. Do it. Just do everything they say. Goodbye, Winston. Goodbye, Julia, I love you, I love you. Don't touch me, get off, Julia. Don't fight them, please, don't scream. Don't scream, oh God. Her face, they've broken her nose, get out of here. What's this over here? It's a bare glass. It's just paperweight, it's a potential armament. Your voice is, destroy it, now, you're your younger, Sheridan Detective Inspector Charrington. Thought police pleasure's all mine. 6079 Smith. I've been watching you for a long time. Oh, and by the way, the last line of your little rhyme, it goes, here comes the candle to light you to bed. Here comes the chopper to chop off your head. No wait-o, where am I? White porcelain room, no windows or clocks. Hey, give us some water. You fucking bastards, few are the prisoners in here with me. My stomach aches with hunger, must be 2 or 3 days since I ate. I think I have crumbs of bread in my pocket, if I could reach in. Smith. 6079 Smith hands out of pockets in the cell. They're bastards here, dearie. They don't know how to treat a lady either. Did I hear them call you Smith? Yeah, yes, that's funny. My name is Smith too. Girl, we know it to be your mother. Oh God, she might. Lock 8.06.8 lock, sit down now. Don't you worry about these, bruised dearie. They won't touch a pullet like you pull it, political prisoner. You'll have it bad enough in room 101 room. Ampleforth 6 to 5, 6 wait to be called. Ampleforth, it's me, yes. Come on, let me help you stand. Perhaps he has something for me from O'Brien. A razor blade before I'm tortured. He's a dead man, don't listen to him. He's right. I'm a thought criminal. Smith, apparently what? What would you do? I was producing a definitive edition of Kipling's poems, and I allowed the word God to remain at the end of a line. But I couldn't help it, Smith. The rhyme was rod. There are only 12 rhymes to rod left in the entire language. I racked my brains, but there was no Arthur. I'm sorry, Uncle Forth. Do you know what time of day it is? No. How long have people kept in here? I don't know. Ready to die already, Winston. I am not. All right, I'm before. CALM down, I'm full stop. Stop, calm down. 65-6 Ampleforth. Room 101. What's room 101? ROOM 101. What is that now, please? Smith, please remember me, remember. How poor Ampleforth, and no razor blade for me. If I shut my eyes, if I can think of Julia, dream of her, hear the voice, then I can still defeat them. I can escape this room and be in ours, in her arms, and defeat them. Just as +2 makes for, what do you think we'll feel like? Winston, one, my love, erase the blade, but we feel it bite. It's burning coldness, I don't want to talk about that. Just want you to tell me you love me. I'm so hungry, it's torture. Please, Julia, just I'm so hungry. I'd steal food from my own dying sister. 5058 passes way to be called. Yes, thank you, sir. I shall whatever you ask. Smith, just to add to my torture, Parsons, you too. Ampleforth was just here, Ampleforth. He was taken weeks ago, old boy, weeks, but thought crime like me. Total crackdown on thought criminals right now. And rightly so. You don't think they'll execute me? Do you all chat that they don't execute you if you haven't actually done anything? I mean, so do thoughts which can't help. They'll know my record, won't they? You know what kind of chap I was. Not a bad chap, not brainy. Of course no, but keen, yeah, keen, all right. I'll get off with 5 years, don't you think? Or 10 perhaps. A chap like me could make yourself pretty useful. In a labor camp, are you guilty? Of course I'm guilty, Smith. You don't think the party would detain me, an innocent man? Do you talk crimes? A dreadful thing, old man. It's insidious. Gets hold of you without you even knowing. You know, I got hold of me in my sleep. I started talking in my sleep. Start sitting down with Big Brother. I mean, apparently. You'll never guess who denounced me. I could probably take a wild swing. It was my little daughter. No, yes. She listened through the keyhole. She's smart for a nipper, eh? I bet I don't bear her any grudge. In fact, I'm proud of her. It shows we brought up in the right spirits anyway. But they took Joanne to Joanne. My wife thought criminals both. Total crackdown right now. Parsons 5058 room 1.01 what? No, I'm being sent to a labor camp. Room 101. Tell them, Smith. Tell them how cute I am. I don't even know what room 101 is. Comrade officer, please. I'll tell you anything you want. You see this man here, you want to know about him. He's always been a traitor. Hey, I'll do anything, just know. Just not room 1 o'clock. 01, room 101. Now to the police, please do them and execute me. Find me, give me 25 years, please. Please, I got a wife and 2 children. Please, you can take them, and cut their throats in front of my eyes. I'll watch. I smiled. I'll even do it myself. At room 101, not room 101. No, please calm down. I was good, I was so good. Room 1 o'clock 01. What can be so terrifying? What are they taking Julia there? What are they doing to us? Julia, save me, Winston. Please save me. How? How, Julia, how? How can I save you? Take my place. Tell them you take my place, please. I'll take her place, I'll take Julia's place. Talk to me, take me to room 1.01, just not her. Oh, hello, Winston. O'Brien. Hey, I got you too. They got me a long time ago. What? You know this, Winston. Don't deceive yourself, you've always known it. No, God. A truncheon, please. Break his elbow, no. No, wait, please. Please, no. Stop it, don't stop. Stop, don't. Yellow, green. Sick. Take him to my treatment room. There's so much work to be done. How long is this? Days, weeks, seconds. The impression of darkness. Being underwater world. Memory, stop that. Faces, voices. What was the name? The dog head girl. What did she smell like? What color were her eyes? Black. Nothing. Days, weeks, seconds. Pain. Bed, stop. Can't move, yellow. Sick, pain. And words, not mine and me. A mouth moving, confessing anything. Anything, tell me what you did, Winston. Anything, please. You assassinated an eminent party member. Yes. You distributed seditious pamphlets. You embezzled public funds. Yes. You sold military secrets. You're an East Asian spy. You've been an East Asian spy for years. Have you not? Yeah. You're a religious believer. An admirer of capitalism, a sexual pervert. You murdered your wife, you murdered your sister. Yes, just tell me where I am. You're safe, Winston. You're in my keeping. I told you that we would meet here tonight. The place where there is no darkness. My life, buddy. I am beside you, Winston. You are safe, oh God. I can't see. It's too bright for 7 years. I've watched over you, Winston. Now the turning point has come. I shall save you, I shall make you perfect. You're secure in the chair. You are safe. No, please. What is this on my head? Nothing, sir. T-break. Red spine, snap, no. That was 40, you can see here on this dial. The numbers run up to 100 if you tell me any lies, or attempts to prevaricate in any way, or for below your usual level of intelligence. You will break with pain, you understand? Yes. Yes, I'm taking trouble with you, Winston, because you are worth trouble. You know perfectly well what's wrong with you. You have known it for years, though you have fought against the knowledge. You are mentally deranged, don't believe him. You suffer from a defective memory from confabulation. You persuade yourself to remember events which never happened. You know what is true. Let's try something serious. Some years ago you had a serious delusion. The 3 people named Jones, Aronson, and Rutherford were not guilty of the crimes that they were charged with. You had a hallucination that you possessed a photograph. You believe that you actually held it in your hands. This photograph, it exists. No, it doesn't. Martin, put that in the memory hole, please. Seth, ashes, Winston, dust. It never existed. Now there's a party slogan. Dealing with the control of the past. Repeated, please. Who control of the past controls the future. Who controls the present controls. Controls us very good. Now is it your opinion? Winston, that the past has real existence. Does the past exist concretely in space? No, then where does the past exist? In records, and in the mind. And mind and memory very well. And if the party control all records, and we control all memories, then we also control the past. But you can't stop people remembering things. Can't control my memory, on the contrary. Winston, it is you who cannot control it. You believe that memory exists in the mind of the individual, which is fallible. But I tell you that memory only exists in the mind of the party, which is collective and immortal. Whatever the party remembers is memory. Whatever the party holds to be the truth is truth. That is the fact that you've got to relearn, Winston. It needs an act of self-destruction and effort of the will. You must humble yourself before you can become sane. We do not destroy our enemies. We change them, and you should be changed. No. There are 3 stages to your reintegration. There is learning, there is understanding, and then there is acceptance. The first stage is learning the hand on the pile. Don't show fear. Do you remember writing in your diary? Freedom is the freedom to say 2 plus 2 makes for yes. Yes, well, how many fingers am I holding up, Winston? 4, and if the party says it's not for but 5, then how many do you see still for 4? No, po dear Martin. 50 please sir, no, oh, yeah, So how many fingers? Skull, nothing. How many fingers? 1 skull, 5. 5 fingers is my finger. You are lying, Winston. You still think that there are 4 fingers. How can I help see the front of my eyes too? But sometimes sometimes there are 5. Sometimes they are 3. Sometimes they are all of them at once. This is what I mean by learning and teaching you. But you must try harder. It's not straightforward to become sane. Just listen to him, he'll stop this pain. Now, Winston, one last go, and if you really try to learn, I promise that you'll see something. I want to. I know you do. Straightforward. Winston, don't leave. We will meet in a place where there is no darkness. I love you. Winston, here comes the chopper. I love you. Now, Winston, look at my fingers. So many. Don't say how many, Winston. 5, 6, 7. Oh no, faster. You can see now that anyways it is possible. Let me embrace you, Winston. I love you. Do you remember writing about me in your diary? You said you thought I was someone you could talk to. You were right, Winston. I enjoy talking to you. Your mind appeals to me, resembles my own, except that you happen to be insane. Of course, before you sleep, you may ask me some questions if you like. Julia. Awesome about Julia. Julia betrayed you, Winston. Immediately, unreservedly. I have seldom seen anyone come over to us so promptly. You would hardly recognize all her rebelliousness, her deceit, her folly, her dirty-mindedness. Everything has been burnt out of her. Perfect conversion, a textbook case. You tortured her. Is that what you really want to ask? Ask him what's in room 101. I want to know. Does Big Brother exist? Of course he exists, Winston. Who's the embodiment of the party? Does he exist like I exist? You do not exist. Now why don't you ask me what you really want to ask me? It's there, I can see it. Oh no, so be it, Martin. The syringe, sir, please. What I want to ask, what I really want to ask. What is it? Room what? I want it last. Know what's in room 1.01, Winston. Everyone knows what's in room 101. Sweet dreams. And I slept again in the dark. Watery nothing. For days, weeks, seconds, I'm losing weight. Hair, teeth, skin hangs off me like rags. I cling to myself, I cling to Julia. To her voice in my head, I'm here. What color are your eyes? Brown or green your hands? I remember feeling them, but the hanging, I'll be hang. Maybe I already have been. Did you really give me up so easily, Julia? Did you really lose yourself so quickly? He broke me, Winston, but you still love me, don't you? Julia, you still love me. Don't leave. Because I love you, and as long as I love you, I'm still human, aren't I? I'm still beating them. 60 please, Martin. Are you back with me? Good. It's time to move on to stage 2 of your reintegration, understanding. Focus on Julia. Julia's eyes. Julia's hands hold on to her. No, I want to talk about Goldstein's book, really. You read it, I wrote it. The secret accumulation of knowledge. A gradual spread of enlightenment. And of course my proudest piece of nonsense. The proletarian rebellion. You foresaw that, didn't you? You wrote a few times that if there is, hope lies in the brawls, yes. Very good, it's total nonsense. The proletarians will never revolt, Winston. Not in many years they cannot. They are helpless, they believe in the individual. But the individual is only a cell. True power is collective, you know the party's slogan. Freedom is slavery, Winston, yes. Has it ever occurred to you that that is reversible? That slavery is freedom alone. Free the human being is always defeated. It must be so because every human is doomed to die, which is the greatest of all failures. But if a person can make complete utter submission, if they can escape from their identity and merge themselves in the party so that they are the party, then they are all powerful and immortal. Power, Winston, is power over human beings, over the body, but above all else, over the mind. Power is in tearing human minds to pieces and putting them together again in new shapes of our own choosing. Power is cutting the links between parents and child, between family, friends, lovers. There will be no loyalty except loyalty the party. There will be no love except for the love of Big Brother. I love Julia, I only love Julia. You can't stop that. If you were to picture of the future, Winston, imagine a boost stamping on a human face forever. I can see that you're beginning to realize what the world will be like, but in the end you will do more than understand this. You will accept this, welcome this, become part of this. It's impossible what? This is a dream, to found the civilization on fear and hatred and cruelty. It would never endure. And why not? We would have no vitality. It would disintegrate, it would commit suicide. Oh, you are under the impression that hatred is more exhausting than love. I don't know, I don't care. Don't care, I just know you'll fail. Somehow, life will defeat you. Life, we control life, Winston. What do you mean, God? No, I mean the spirit of man. The spirit of man, that's very good. Winston Martin, untie his bonds, please. What are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? You consider yourself a man. Listen. Yes. Well, if you're a man, you are the last man. Your kind is extinct. We are the inheritors. And no one will even remember that you were here. I get up. I said get up. Clothes are so loose, you shall see yourself as you are. Take off your clothes, Martin. Sir, the mirror, please. Skin, loose, bones frail like a bird. No, look, Winston. Look in the mirror at the last man. What is that? What is that? What you mean? That bowed gray skeleton, the protruding face, the bald scalp, the crooked nose, broken cheekbones, mouth drawn in like a toothless old man, and eyes bulging from their sockets. And look there across its barrel ribs, skin tores and peeling shrunken legs, knees thicker than thighs, and from the side. Look, see how its spine curves, shoulders hunch, cavity in the chest. It's heartless chest, this thing, Winston, is you. How many teeth did you have when you came to the Houston? Open your mouth, please. Open or Martin will hurt you again. Good 10, 11 teeth, and the few you have left are dropping out your head. Look here, this one, your molar, so loose I barely even need to tug. You are rotting, Winston, falling to pieces, the last man. If you are human, that is humanity. You reduced yourself to this. This is what you accepted. When you set yourself against the party, we've beaten you, Winston. We've broken you up, your body and your mind. Can you think of a single degradation that does not happen to you, Julia? No, betrayed Julia, no. That's perfectly true, you've not betrayed Julia. And it kills him, I can see it in his eyes. I still have Julia, get him dressed and back to sleep. They can torture me, kill me, but they can't stop me loving Julia. They can't get to that, it's deep in my heart. In my brain, they'll blow a hole in my head before they get to that love. And it will go unpunished, unclaimed that. They would have blown a hole in their own perfection. To die loving her and hating them, that is freedom. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Why are you laughing, Winston? I can't touch you, Julia. Not in my head. I'm deep inside you, Winston. I'm in your skin, your blood. I'm still alive in you. You're having thoughts of deceiving me. I'm here, Winston. And I love you too. Tell me, Winston, what are your true feelings towards Big Brother? And don't lie, I hate him, you hate him. More than anything, I hate him. The syringe, please. We win, Julia, by loving each other and hating them. We win. No, the time has come for you to take your last step. Winston, acceptance. It's not enough to obey Big Brother. You must love him. Impossible. I can't love him. Hold still. You can and you will. Wow, you know how, Winston. Room 101. No, 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 no. Hello, hello, hello. I'm Brian. God move, Julia. I'm still with you, Winston. I'm inside you, Winston, you're awake. Then we can begin. You asked me once what was in room 101. I told you that you knew the answer already. The thing that is in room 101 is the worst thing in the world. What is that? What is that noise? What is that costume? Stop trying to turn your head, Winston. You know already that Martin is an expert at harnesses. Know the worst thing in the world. Varies from individual to individual. It may be being buried alive or death by fire, or drowning or impalement or 50 other deaths. Plenty of cases where it's some quite trivial thing, not even fatal in your case. The worst thing in the world happens to be rats. You remember the moment of panic that used to occur in your dreams, a wall of blackness in front of you, a roaring sound in your ears. There was something terrible on the other side of that wall. Wasn't that you knew what it was, but you dared not drag it into the open. No, 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 no. There were rats on the other side of that wall, all right. All right, all right, please, please. Please, please. What would you do? I'll do it. I'll do it, Martin, bring the mask over. By itself, pain is not always enough. There are occasions when human beings will stand out against pain, even to the point of death. But for everyone there is something unenjoyable, Julia. Julia, I need you. I'm here, Winston. Something that cannot be contemplated. Just think of me. Think of me in all room courage and cowardice. I'm not involved if you've come up from deep water. It's not cowardly to fill your lungs with air. Is it? It's merely an instinct which cannot be destroyed. It's the same with the rats. I'll take the mask, thank you. Please, please, Julia, please. Please save me. Please save me. The rush, although a rodent is carnivorous, well, you of all people are aware of that. Aren't you, Winston? You would have heard of the things that happened. In the poor quarters of the town, a mother would not dare leave her baby alone. In the house, even for 5 minutes, the rats would certainly attack it. Within quite a small time, that's tribute to the bone. Stop it, please, please. Astonishing intelligence, knowing when a human being is helpless. Save me, save me, save me, save me, save me, please. Now let me show you the construction of this cage. It's rather ingenious. See how it connects to this mask. It's like a fencing mask. You see a fencing mask, but instead of the mesh on the front, there's this door. Little door controlled by this lever here. Now the mask part fits over your head. No exit, and when I press this lever, the door of the cage will slide up, you see, and these starving brutes will execute out like bullets. Right into your face. This was common punishment in Imperial China. Winston, the rats will leap onto your face and bore straight into it. Winston, sometimes they attack the eyes first. Sometimes they burrow through the cheeks and devour the tongue. Anything, save me please. I'm pressing the lever, Winston. Take my place, Julia. Julia, no, Winston. And 3, it's the only way. Do I love you? I love you. 1, no, no, no. Don't do it to Julia. Do it to Julia. Not me, Julia. Kill her, kill her. Tear her face off, strip her to the bones. Not me, Julia, do to Julia. And Winston fell. We fell backwards into enormous depths, away from the rats, through the floor, through the walls of the building, through the earth, through the oceans, through the atmosphere, into outer space, into the gulfs between the stars. Always away, away, away from the rats. He was light years distant, but I was still standing at his side, and through the darkness that enveloped him, he heard another metallic click, and neither the cage door that clicked shut, but not open. Days, weeks, months passed. The Chestnut Tree Cafe is almost empty. A ray of sunlight slams through window, falling on dusty tabletops. Winston sits in his usual corner, gazing into an empty glass. Now and then he glances at a vast face, which eyes him from the opposite wall. Big Brother is watching you, it says. Mojin Comradehum, oh please. News bulletin soon. Pardon comrade. Special bulletin Ministry of Peace, African front is quieting. Been worried all day, oh. The war with Eurasia, who else? I've always been at war with Eurasia. Moving southward, terrifying speed. Terrifying, yes. Well, no charge for the gin. Winston has grown fatter since they released him. And he always has plenty of money. Nowadays, his new job is even more highly paid than his old one. His thoughts wander a lot now, almost unconsciously. He traces his finger in the dust on the table. To +2 equals afternoon, Comrade Zhang. No, I shall be staying long. The dark-haired girl approaches. It strikes Winston that she has changed, in some ill-defined way. Hello, hello, may I hug? She tightens at his touch. Please sit. The telescreen can hear them. But it doesn't matter, nothing matters. They could even lie down right there and do that, if they wanted to. Winston's flesh freezes with horror of the thought. I betrayed you, I betrayed. I betrayed you. Sometimes they threaten you with something. Something you can't stand up to. Can't even think about. And you say, don't do it to me. Do it to someone else. And perhaps you might pretend afterwards that it was only a trick. And that you just said it to make them stop. And that you really didn't mean it. But that isn't true. At a time when it happens, you do mean it. You think there's no other way of saving yourself. And you're already quite ready to save yourself. That way, you want it to happen to the other person. You don't give a damn what they suffer. In the end, all you care about is yourself. All you care about is yourself. After that, you don't feel the same towards the other person any longer. No, you don't. I should go. Oh yeah. Yes, yeah, of course, we must meet again. I must meet again. Goodbye. The bell over the door sounded like a memory. A shop, a bedroom, an entire world. Winston pushes the picture out of his mind. It's a false memory. Every now and then he's troubled by false memories. Comrades, brothers, sisters, this is Big Brother. I bring you the news that a vast seaborne of art has secretly assembled. A sudden blow to the enemy's rear guard. The vast strategic maneuver was all thanks to my perfect coordination, capturing over 500,000 prisoners and marking of a sounding victory in the war against. Jury, brilliant, brilliant, I have won the war for you. I will always protect you. I will always watch over you. I will always be your big brother. He hasn't started from his seat, but in Winston's mind. He is running and cheering with the crowds outside. He looks up again at the image of Big Brother on the screen, smiling back at him. The colossus that prostrates the world, the rock, against which hordes of Eurasia dust themselves. In vain that enormous beautiful face, 40 years. It has taken Winston to learn what kind of smile it is, hidden beneath that dark mustache. Oh cruel, needless misunderstanding, oh stubborn, self-willed exile from the loving breast. To gin-scented tears trickle down the sides of his nose. But it's all right, Winston. Everything is all right. The struggle is finished. You have won the victory over yourself. I love Big Brother. 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 SpongeBob, SpongeBob. 100 counts for days are held 99165. Suspected full crime, initiate interrogation.